Hello, hello, champions. This is Tracee Randall, and I'm excited today to share the power of the launch, some more inspire insights about how to launch your business during this season, this time in the Inspire company. If you are a brand new distributor, this is the perfect time, the perfect place to be. To launch your business. If you've been around a while, you've been through some things with us, that's even better. We're excited that you're ready to do your launch and get this done. It is time for the money to be made. I see that I have some people joining me. That is awesome. And we're going to be live every single day, Monday through Friday, at different times, not sure exactly when, sharing about the power of the launch. Now, I do have some let's see, we have some great team members that are, some great leaders that are joining us from all over the country right now. So that is awesome. Go ahead and put in the comments, that you're here and maybe where you live, so we'll know where people are, dialing in from. So I am going to talk fast and furious. I've got some great notes. I'm going to share with you exactly what we plan on doing right now, since the customer websites have opened up for business. And the first thing that you should be doing, if you haven't done it already, is activating your new back office and going in and making sure that your customer website works. I did a video yesterday about that, so watch it if you haven't watched it. And now, how are we going to build? What are we doing? I'm going to share with you that earlier this afternoon, I had a fantastic call with Damon Crump. He, as you may know, is one of the founders, one of the owners of Inspire, great friend of ours, and he is so fired up about what this team can do in the next 30 days, and so am I. As many of you know, Carol Neal, my business partner, and I, we built a huge team back, at the beginning of the Inspire pre-launch, and we still have team members all over the country. But here's what we have planned to do. We are going to start fresh with a brand new launch, because why? We have so many brand new team members that don't really know what to do, and we also have some team members who've been around a while before the customer websites were actually opened, have gone live for us, and they're wondering, what should we do? What should we do right now? So I'm going to share with you in the next 10 minutes exactly what we plan on doing, so that we can hit rank, make some mega money, and get this thing done. In the direct sales industry, you make the most money, the best money, when you actually launch. There is a key to launching. There are some steps to launching. You can build fast or you can build slow. But if you build fast, you'll create momentum. If you build slowly, what happens is you build a little bit, you make a little money, you build a little bit more, you make a little more money, but it doesn't usually remain as consistent. You want to launch and brand yourself as an Inspire distributor if you haven't done it already. Now, many of you, I'm going to speak to both sides. We've got brand new team members coming on today that we actually reached out to yesterday or late last night, or maybe even early this morning. So we've got some brand new team members that are going to be watching this video, and then we have some team members that, as I said, have been around a while. Why don't you just, for the sake of what we're doing right now, do what we're doing. Start fresh, start over. Are we going back to those distributors who've been incubating, waiting for the customer websites to open up? You better believe it. Are we going to go back to some team members that got distracted because we had some delays in the product arrival? Yes, ma'am, we sure are. But we're going to launch this like never before, and now we have the power of so many things at our fingertips that we didn't have the first time we launched. And the key to this, the real big deal, is that we've got customer websites. I want to share with you how exciting it is when you actually see in your back office when someone makes a purchase on your customer website. We had a woman who had mentioned to Carol that she wanted to try the sweetest. We haven't been doing a lot with the nutraceuticals because, of course, the cherished pads are the big rage, and they came in our packages. But the nutraceuticals are our secret weapon. So she had mentioned that she wanted the sweetest. So Carol texted her or private messaged her yesterday and said, hey, our customer websites are open for business. Here's our cover website, and here's a 10% discount if you want to go ahead and place your purchase. And we gave her the discount code. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go to yesterday's video. You can just scroll down and find yesterday's video that talks about the discount code. So we gave that to her, and guess what? She went ahead and placed her order, and we saw a $26 commission on a bottle of Sweetest after she got her 10% savings. I want to tell you, that was pretty exciting. And of course, we went onto our own customer website and placed our own order. We wanted to just see how the customer website functioned. And guess what? Now we have products that we've earned commission on heading our way. So we're really excited about that. So now what? Yes, Marla, it is super exciting to see that commission in your back office from the customer retail. I want to share something else with you because many of you don't know this. It's also really super powerfully exciting to see the commissions from the other ways that we get paid, the unilevel bonus, the binary payout, and the other, the other incredible ways that we get paid. We've seen commission in our back office ongoing from all of those ways, from from work that we did back 5 and 6 months ago. So we've had ongoing commission, but seeing the commissions with the customers is hugely exciting. We know that we can earn a 6-figure income in Inspire with just customers. But here's what we all know and what we've all seen. Customers, many of them are going to make the decision that they want to share this with other people too. They may not have as big a vision as you do. Maybe they just want to share it with a few family and friends, but that's okay. It doesn't matter whether they want to purchase the product at retail or come aboard and be a distributor. Either way, you will get paid as long as you stay qualified and do the work. So Carol and I and our leadership team, we've committed that for the next 90 days, we're going to work like there's no tomorrow. We're going to work like we did in the very beginning. There's still a few kinks in the wheel, but that's okay. We've got product that are being shipped out within a day or two of them being ordered, products that are coming within 3 to 6 days of being ordered. We've got everything in place, a brand new state-of-the-art back office, so much to be thankful for. So now what? What do we do? How do you launch? Listen, Jim Rohn, one of my favorite motivational speakers, says, what's simple to do, what's easy to do is easy not to do. There's no real secret weapon that we do or did that's any different than what you've heard before. But I'm going to go ahead and detail it out to you right now, and I just hope that you'll follow the directions of this teaching. We had an incredible coach and mentor in our last company. He taught us so much. And here's what he would say. When people would come to him and say, well, my business isn't growing, or, this hasn't happened for me, he'd say, well, what did you do? And they would tell him the steps that he told them to do. And then they would add, and I also did this and that and the other. And he said, did I tell you to do this or that or the other? And of course he hadn't. It goes back to Mr. Miyagi and one of my favorite things, and the Karate Kid. The Karate Kid was so green, he wanted to fight. He wanted to be the best Karate Kid, in the world. But his mentor and coach, Mr. Miyagi, he knew that he had to learn some basics before he could get out there in the real world. Now, in the direct sales industry, you're going to get out there in the real world, but you have to do what Daniel did exactly the way Mr. Miyagi taught him to. The same goes here. For those of you who haven't seen the Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi told him to go out to his car, put some wax in his right hand and a towel in the left hand, and wax on, wax off. And what Daniel learned, he was angry about it. He was like, isn't there more I can do? Shouldn't I do more? And Mr. Miyagi would say, no, just do what I'm teaching you to do. And when it was time for the match and someone attacked Daniel from behind, He already had the basics in place, and he knew exactly how to react, and his muscles and his muscle memory was strong, so he knew exactly what to do. Right now, many of you are in a place of, I don't know what to do, tell me, tell me. So we're going to tell you what to do, but don't do any more or any less. And Stella, I see your question. I'm going to answer it. But I want to go ahead and do this training, and I'm going to go back and reply with an answer to your question. And there are going to be some things that we actually teach outside of this launch process. So great question. If you have any questions about anything, put them down here. But let me go back to that and answer them at another time. But we appreciate the questions. I know that there's a lot of great questions. So what is your daily commitment in a launch process? Well, the first thing is you have to decide what your monthly income goal is. Is it $500 a month? Is it $1,000 a month? I want to share with you, many times when you ask people what their income goal is, they'll say, I want to make $5,000 a month, or I want to make $10,000 a month. I'm going to ask you to do this. Let's talk about an income goal for the next 90 days, and let's make it so doable that we can do it with our eyes shut, and let's reach this goal. $1,000 per month. If you're doing this part-time, part to full-time, in the next 30, 60, 90 days, you can be making $1,000 a month ongoing residual income. Does that sound good? And then we'll double it, and then we'll triple it, and then we'll quadruple it, and we'll hit that $5,000 or $10,000 plus goal per month. So a great starting point is $1,000 a month. Remember, most people don't make $1,000 their first entire year in the direct sales industry, and it certainly isn't residual and ongoing. So $1,000 a month. Let's all agree to do that. The next thing I want you to do after you've set your goal, and for some of you, if you only have 5 hours a week, set your goal at $500 a month. You know, don't set an unrealistic goal when you can only work 3 hours a day or 2 hours a day, or I would say working at least 4 to 5 hours a day. Let's set a goal for $1,000 a month and go from there. The next thing I want you to do is buy a calendar. Buy a calendar, a paper calendar for 2018. Hugely important. If you don't have a calendar, a schedule, what's going to happen is that you're not going to really be in business. You're going to have a hobby. Now, I saw my business partner, Carol, just glance up at me because I believe they have some calendars that they're actually selling with Inspire. So we're going to send that information to you on the comments. I had already purchased this planner, but you can go out for now and buy I think Carol bought this at the dollar store. So it doesn't have to be a big investment. I liked it because it was peak. Now, get you a calendar, and what I want you to do is this is so hugely important. Now you want to start in November, so you actually hopefully have a calendar or create a calendar. What I did last year is I bought this calendar, and then I whited everything out and did November and December because they don't have any good calendars to buy right now. So be creative, be smart, get you a November, December, and a January and 2018 calendar. Then every single day, I want you to write down when you are going to work your Inspire business. Don't say I'm going to work tomorrow for 2 hours. Write it down in your calendar, the hours that you plan on working. And while you're at it, go ahead and write down in your calendar when you can't do Inspire. Wednesday nights you go to church. Tuesday night you have a boot camp. Whatever it is, write it down in your calendar. So now you actually have a business plan. You're going to know the day before that tomorrow from 9 to noon, for example, I'm going to be working Inspire. Create your calendar now. If you've never done that, start today. I've been working from a calendar for 20 years, and here's what I found. Most people struggle when they have a home-based business because they never really treat it like a business. They clean the drawer out, or they get their office ready, or they do things that are not making income. These hours that you put in there are when you're going to actually be taking the action steps that I'm about to show you that makes money, puts money in your pocket. Then if you want to clean your drawer outside of those hours, do it then. But I'm going to share with you exactly what you should be doing in the hours. If I showed you my November calendar, it would scare you to death. That's why I had to pick the January calendar. So get your calendar. Next. Step number 3, 1, set your goal. 2, get your calendar ready. 3, send the video. Don't call people. Don't do anything I'm not telling you to do. Do not call people. You're going to private message on Facebook, text, or email. I prefer the first 2. The video. The video. What video? I prefer the 6 or 7 minute video that I did because no matter whether you're on my team or not, I think it's the most concise video. And well, I didn't mean whether you're on my team or not. Since you're on my team, you can say that this is my business partner. My business partner, my friend and business partner doing this demo. So you know me and I'm part of your team. So you can just use the demo. Another reason I want you to use that demo is because it's compliant. I don't want you going out and creating your own demo video. Don't do that. The reason I was able to do it is because I got permission from the company many, many months ago. And I know it's compliant, it's concise, and it's professionally done. So, in the comments here, I'm going to post exactly what I say when I send the video. So, but when I post that, don't get hung up doing it word for word. Those are my words. And you know, a lot of times when we were launching in the beginning, people were like, what exactly did Damon Crump say? What exactly does Damon Coleman say? What exactly does Tracee Randall or, you know, some of the other leaders, Carol Neal, what did they say? Remember, this is your business. It's your personality. You know the people that you're sending it to. What I can tell you is that it should be somewhat concise. It should be to the point. And personally, I don't believe that it should have anything to do with the business because I'm going to share with you the purpose of this video. So you send the video with a message. Now, you're going to send it to somewhere between 5 to 20 people per day, Monday through Friday, minimal. Saturday and Sunday are optional. Saturday's a good day. I prefer to take Sundays off. That's just my deal. It's up to you. A lot of people are off on Sundays. So if you know someone who has a job and you want to, it's up to you. It's your business. But somewhere between 5 and 20 people are going to get that video every single day. Now let me help you decide what your goal is going to be in just a moment of how many people to send it out. Now, did I say call 5 people and tell them all about the Cherish Pad? Do I say, I see your question, Marla, I'll get to that. Do I say, you know, go do a booth or at an event? Did I say post on social media? No. Private message, text, or email as a last resort, the video with a little verbiage. Now, Marla asked, do we resend to those who we have sent it to already? My short answer is no, ma'am. You need to find 5 to 20 new people. And again, the number of people is going to be based on your goals. So, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. But I'm not going to resend it to people I've already sent it to unless they haven't responded at all, or unless they responded with some interest and I didn't do the right follow-up. So we'll get back to that. But new people every single day. How do you find new people? We'll do a training on social media in the next day or two that will help you to know how we're finding new people. In the beginning, we worked really hard, just like we're about to work again. And I sent out personally at least 10 to 15 videos a day, every day for 90 days. That's a lot of people. I still haven't even touched my friends list. I still haven't even touched most of the people that are in some of the groups that I'm a part of. I haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg. So the reason that you're concerned about new people is because you're, fearful of their answer. Do it without fear. Just do it. How big is your why? My why just got 10 times bigger 6 weeks ago when my mom came to live with me. Now we have to take care of her. We get to take care of her. And I need a 6-figure residual income. So I don't care what the response is. I'm going to send it out to new people every single day. So when you send out the video, now if you choose, there are 2 or 3 videos that the company has approved. There's a 3-minute company video. There's about a 20-minute company video. There's my 6 or 7-minute video. There's Demine Crump and Coleman's 20-minute video. So you choose. You need to know what your tools are. Choose the video that you personally like the best. And personally, I just know what results we got with the video I did. And we will, good question, I will tell you that. We will post that video in the comments along with a couple of different ways that of the language that I used. You get 1 of 3 responses. You get a response of, wow, I love the product. How do I get it? Today we can say, fantastic. Here's my customer link. And it's your choice whether you add the 10% discount code or not. Personally, I'm going to add the discount code. Now, one thing that we found out last night or today is that there is to change your discount code. So once you give someone a discount code, you can tell them it's good for 24 hours or 48 hours. I wouldn't get in the habit of changing your discount code every day because it would be confusing, but you can change it. So during this launch, I'm going to have a discount code, and if they want to order 20 times in the next 90 days, they get to use the discount code. And Carol just made a great point. With the discount code, your customer does have to order a approximately $50, $35 CV. So maybe it's not a good thing to start off with the discount code until they become a preferred customer. We'll see on that. It's still up in the air. Most people are going to order 2 to 5 packs their first order to see what they want and like. So, it's up to you if you want to offer the discount code, but, we'll move on. So if they're interested in the product, send them your link. Go ahead and get started. Colette, I am not too technical, and a lot of times I'm doing this, on the fly. So in my calendar, I have 3 sheets of paper. I have one that says customers, one that says potential distributors, and another one that says no response. So I would, as soon as someone, first I have a master list of the people that I've sent it out to. I just handwrite it. I am not real, this is an example real quick. So I just handwrite it because I don't have time to do a spreadsheet. I don't have time. I got to get those out. So I would just write it down, the date and the people I sent it to, and then once they became a customer, I put them on the customer sheet, blah, 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 blah. So just keep it simple. Yeah, keep it simple. So, and out to the side, I write down, what the response is, that sort of thing. You're going to be moving so fast, you don't have time to mess with people that don't really respond. But, okay, so the first response is, I want to be a customer. Awesome. What I typically do at that point is I send the video that I did called the 4 Styles of Cherish Pads. You can find it in the YouTube playlist that's on the pinned description of this post under, it's both in Team Champions as well as Generational Health playlist. You can send any of those videos, but don't overwhelm them with too much information. So when they say they want to be a customer, I say, great, there are 4 styles of Cherish pads. Here's a 6-minute video that explains more. Go order your pads. Good enough? That's what I've been doing. The second response is, wow, that sounds great. I'm interested in the business. When that happens, I send them a 10-minute recorded call. I have some language that that the team members have used that says, you know, listen to this 10-minute recorded call that shares more about the business opportunity. From my coach, my business partner, and it's gotten great results. Why don't you call them? Because you don't have time to talk to people that may or may not be interested. They could waste your time. You do not have time, and you're setting up duplication. If you spend, you're not going to spend 10 minutes, you're going to spend 30 minutes. And if you start spending 30 minutes here and 30 minutes there and, you know, 20 minutes here and there, your time will be wasted. So send that call. It's up to them to listen to it. After I've sent the call, I do the same kind of follow-up as I do when there's and there's no response. I do the same kind of follow-up that I do if there's no response to the video. Let me say this, the call has a call to action. It says, if you're interested in partnering with us in Inspire or learning more, give me your email address. 9 times out of 10, if they've listened to the call, they just put their email address. I'm going to post the number for the 10-minute call right here in the comments after this video. So anyway, I usually just get the email. Guess what happens? I have an email that I send out that says, congratulations, so glad you're excited to partner with us. Here's the Inspire application. Let's get you started. Get your position of equity on the team. The 10-minute call is a call to action. Now, I will say this. I'm going to continue using the same 10-minute call for the next week or two, but as our customer websites develop, I will most likely change that call, and when I do, I'll send the new call to you. But for now, I'm using the same one. It's a little outdated, but it still is a great call to action. So the third response is no response to the video or maybe to the 10-minute recorded call. So guess what? The next day on my calendar, if they haven't responded, I do a follow-up prod. I just nudge them. Hey, did you get a chance to watch the video? No response, crickets. I might follow up 2 or 3 more times. Hey, hoping you got a chance to watch the video, but guess what? Every day I'm sending out new videos and new 10-minute recorded calls. So they're just going into my pipeline, and it depends on if I'm getting a lot of great response from the video and the recorded call. I promise you there are probably 300 or more people, minimal, that I sent this video to months ago that has never responded. And guess what? I don't care, because 400 people joined our business in the first 60 days. And so I was focused on the people who said yes, not the people who didn't respond. And that's how you'll be too. So the next day I followed up. Did you watch the video? What did you think about it? What did you like best? Are you ready to get started? Do you know someone who needs this product? Just use your common sense. There's no real steadfast rule about what to do next. It's just follow up. So if you don't follow up, though, it doesn't mean they don't want it. It just may mean that they got distracted. You know, my gosh, my world changed 6 weeks ago when my mom came to live with me. I had to go off the radar for 7 solid days. If someone sent me something, I have no idea. And by the time I got everything situated, all the people that might have sent me something was long gone. So it doesn't mean no. It just means life got in the way or whatever. So just keep following up until they tell you to leave them alone. Now, here's the deal. I've never had anyone say, don't bother me anymore. Why? Because it's all about the mission. It's all about empowering other people. I've had people say, I don't need those anymore. And so I just come back with, well, I didn't think I did either, but watch the video about the 4 styles and you might find that you need the panty liners. Or who do you know that does need them? Don't you know someone that has cramps when they have their cycle? Who can you refer to me? Be bold. How important is this business to you? We're women. We want to support and help other women. We just have to sometimes, be stopped a little bit and say, hey, it's not about you. It's about other women you can help. So use that. how pushy are you going to be? And pushy isn't even the right word, but how consistent and persistent are you going to be in your follow-up? Depends on your why. How big is your why? It depends on your belief in the product. It depends on your belief in the mission. And it depends on your belief in what you plan on building, this legacy you planned on building. Maybe your fear of losing this opportunity is bigger than your fear of sending out the video. But I tell you what, my results have been amazing. Our results have been amazing with Team Champions. So repeat daily. So here were my results were when I sent it out. I sent out roughly 10 to 20 new videos a night for 90 days. The next morning I did my follow-up. I know a lot of people fell through the cracks. That's okay. We built a huge team. We hit Megastar first 90 days in the business, and that's a big deal. You can too. But here's what I found. 1 in 3 people wanted to join me in the business. Now, this was my hot market. This were the people that knew me, knew Carol, knew that we were powerful leaders, knew that we were, these were my hot market. And some of you, you're about to hit your hot market. You're going to get a better return rate on your hot market than you are the warm or cold market. You really are. On this one, you are. Maybe not with your immediate family, but with other people that know how powerful you are. So here's your goal. You want to sponsor 20 people in 30 days or 60 days. 20 people in 30 to 60 days. Starting today. 20 people. You're going to put 10 on your left and 10 on your right in the next 30 to 60 days. To do that, if you get 1 out of 3 yeses, I want to do the business with you, that means you got to touch 60 people. 60 people. Well, it depends on your influence. Maybe like me now, it's not my hot market. My hot market's been tapped. I do have some, warm market, some semi-hot market, but I don't have any hot market anymore. It's gone. It was gone the first 120 days. So it's going to depend on your influence as to what your ratio is going to be. 1 in 5 says yes, and you want to sponsor 20 people, you've got to touch 100 people. How do you do that? Let's say that you do it, divide it within 20 days. The next 20 days, excluding Sundays or Saturdays or whatever, the next 20 working days, you reach out to 100 people. That's 5 people per day, and you've hit 100 people. If 1 in 5 come aboard, you've got your 20 people. Bam. Most people aren't willing to do that work. Most people are going to let fear get in the way. Why would you do that with this business? Why would you? Because in the initial video, you're not pitching a business at all. In the initial video, you're pitching this product, this Cherish Pad, that's going to change the lives of women who use them. So you have nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be embarrassed about. You're not trying to get people in a business, but some people are going to see it. Another group of people I would target is I would target the people that have salons, spas that not cold market, hot market, warm market, salons and spas, women who do anything having to do with wellness. Those are great people. Don't try to get them in your business in the beginning. Send that video. Let them ask you about the business. That's key. All right. So I'll tell you what happened. Last night, made the decision. The customer websites are open. It's time to relaunch. It's time to launch for us. So I actually only sent it out to 3 people. Okay. I didn't set my goal. I just said, I'm going to relaunch. And I happened to notice a post as I was scrolling through my timeline right before I went to bed. And I sent out private message to 3 women that I did not know. Somehow, you know how Facebook works. I don't know. Friend of a friend of a friend. I don't know. But I commented on the post, I'm going to send you a private message about something I think you'll be interested in. I sent out 3 last night. 2 of the women, one of the women absolutely has responded. She's in 100% experience in the direct sales industry, wants to partner. The second one, she's going to partner too. She's already gotten the 10-minute call. She just hasn't had a chance to listen to it. The third one hasn't responded yet. That's okay. Tonight, guess what? Excuse me. 5 to 10 new people will get that video tonight, and I'll do the follow-up tomorrow morning. Of course, I am not doing Inspire full-time. I have multiple businesses. Carol and I run multiple businesses. This is not full-time, but it is heavy part to full-time. But here's the deal. Like I did before, we're going to set aside some things that really don't matter in the scheme of things. We're going to launch. So there's some things that we're not going to do that we can pick up back in January or even February, because this is too important. The launch is too important. I see some great comments from people. I'm sorry about the cough. I got all excited, started breathing in air, and got that cough going. But anyway, I love your comment, Jan. Really simple. Eating the elephant one bite at a time. So join us every day live, either live or by recording. Don't do anything else today than what we've talked about. Don't create a Facebook page if you haven't created one already. Don't post things if you haven't been doing it already. Follow these instructions exactly, especially if you're new or haven't really branded yourself yet. You want to dig in there and start sending this video out again. Who cares if they say no? I hope people unfriend me if they're not interested. I think they're crazy if they don't see some value in this, and I don't even want them to clog up my wheel, right? That's the attitude you have to have. We have the best thing going out there with a mission, bar none, and we're going to, in fact, I just have to close with this. I saw a post today, a friend of mine who lives in Woodstock, and she posted a picture of her when she started in her current direct sales company 27 years ago. 27 years ago. She's driving the Cadillac. She's a top leader in the company. She's making serious income. The picture of her from 27 years ago, she looked like a young little girl. Her baby was sitting in her lap. He's a grown man with babies of his own. 27 years ago, she said yes to her direct sales company. And because she was persistent, consistent, and because 27 years ago, that company was not as established as it is today, guess what? She's making all kinds of money. She's getting tripped. I mean, she's doing the deal. We have the opportunity of a lifetime in the formulation stage of a company that's going to bring us serious, serious long-term residual income. I am so fired up. And so I'm going to give me a minute to take some deep breaths. I'll post in the comments exactly the things that I shared that I would be sharing here, and it's up to you. It's your business. Let's do it. But join me here every single day. It'll be me, Carol, or another leader giving you inspire insights to how the power of the launch, and we are going to talk about social media. So this video went 20 minutes longer than I wanted it to, but I think it's an important video to get you started. I promise you the next few videos will not be as long, but I wanted people to see exactly what we did to go megastar and what it takes to do that. So stay close, plugged into us. Join us on the 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time call every Thursday night for Team Champions. We'll give you updates. Stay plugged into this system, and let's get it done. Bye, everybody.